All right, well, our temperatures, they're going to take a dive.
Yeah, I think a lot of folks like a little bit of a refreshing cool down just because we had the heat come a little early. And, you know, we don't see frost and freeze on a lot of people's gardens, but it is that time of year. The growing season's going pretty strong right now. We always typically have one of these right before April 15th. That's that magic date we give you. You wait till then, you're about 98% safe, but temperatures are cooling down tonight. And the good news is we're not seeing a lot of pollen, at least yet. So tomorrow night, probably going to be close to the upper 30s again, but tonight's the biggest risk for a frost or freeze. So if you haven't done the protections tonight, go out there, water things quickly, kind of cover them with a sheet if you can. Hopefully they'll make it through tonight because then we'll have some better weather ahead. In fact, tomorrow afternoon, temperatures warming back up into the low and mid 60s, south wind. It's just that cold start. It's going to give us a slow go to get back up in the 60s, but it should still be a really nice day. We've got this front that moved through last night. That brought us to cooler temperatures. As we go through the next couple of days, another front's going to be approaching Thursday night and Friday. And right now, the rain chances are kind of timing out pretty good. They're going to happen while we're sleeping. That's the best way to get rain. We need rain. We just don't want to see it sometimes during the day when we got activities. But with those activities, and we could see some strong storms Thursday into Friday. Nothing that's going to be overwhelming, but this is a cold pocket of air aloft. And so as this moves in, that's going to create a lot of instability. And any storms that can build up into that colder air aloft could have small hail and some gusty winds, especially as we go into early Friday. I'll show you this hour by hour. No issues tomorrow. And really Thursday, most of the daylight hours should be fine. Rain chances don't really ramp up until about probably 5 or 6 o'clock. And even then, they're pretty scattered. But look as we go into the overnight hours, this is early Friday morning, wee hours in the morning. You're talking 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, showers moving across the area right before sunrise, then they're gone. But then during the day Friday, because of that cold air aloft and the sunshine heating the ground up, you're going to create some popcorn little showers that could develop in the afternoon hours. But overall, it's a pretty dry air mass. We're not looking at anything as humid or as warm as last week when we had those record warm lows. Remember last week, we had 3 or 4 nights in a row with the low temperature barely dropping below 70. That's our normal high for this time of year. Now, rain chances, we always could use more rain, and we'll get a little bit here. It looks like Thursday night into Friday. Love to see about 1 inch a week or more to kind of catch up with the drought, but at least we're seeing rain a little bit more frequently than we had in March, which was really, really dry. Mentioned the pollen, it's a little better. It's still high. It's just that the pine pollen is now the number 2 pollen, so you're not seeing as much. The oak pollen's number 1. That is much more of an allergen, so while you may not see it, that's getting into your nasal passages a lot more. So if you're suffering the last couple of days, it's because we still have really high levels of tree pollen. And folks, it stays high. We're in the heart of the season right now. There's really no end until we get into May. That's when it comes to an end every single year. The pollen season could start early, but it never really ends early. So it's going to go into May regardless. As we go later in the month, we are going to see temperatures a little closer to normal. That's the area in gray. So the good news is no wild swings, at least in the next 7 days, but we are going to see some cooler temperatures until we get until next week. Your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast, you see those temperatures generally in the 60s, but next week, big warm up, maybe some lower 80s as we go into the start of the week with 70s by the middle of the week.